for anyone who doesn't know, who's been in Mars or Venus or wherever, can you just give us a little insight into the storyline? Because it's not about Take That, is it really?
Absolutely not about Take That. No, and they're very particular about it not wanting to be about them, to be fair. It was very much a thank you to their fans. And the story starts with you.
Yeah, it starts off with 5 16-year-old girls, and they're like #1 fans of the boy band, and just shows their friendship, how they basically go on with their lives between them, and then shows them something kind of drastic happens one night, and then shows them 25 years later, and how they've overcome things in their lives that maybe took a different turn to what they particularly wanted in life, and to do with their career and that kind of thing.
Okay, which is quite like real life, I suppose.
Yeah, and I think that, there's the moral to the story. At the very end, you can look at it whichever way you wish, but even though we all have dreams as teenagers and as kids, we all have them. And you might not go down that path, but if you look hard enough, you realise actually you have taken that route. You've just done it in a different way. And the story of these girls, it's we've all grown up with a boy band, whatever age we are, be it the Osmonds, be it Bay City Rollers, be it the Beatles, and at the time, we truly believe that the songs they release are absolutely about us. It's about what's happening in our lives. When you do grow up with them, it's so, at that age, it means so much to you. It is your life. You have to go and see them. I mean, as 16-year-olds in this show, bunk off school. That's quite a big thing, to bunk off school to go and see the people. Yeah, exactly. See what I mean? Yeah, I mean, it's a huge and then, of course, when we're in our 40s is when you visit us. It's about 40 minutes into the show. We then appear as 40-year-old women. Rachel starts the show by saying, when I was 16, and then Faye comes bursting in, and it's just like, okay, that's me. That's what I was like. That was me when I, 25 years ago, and you can hear audiences going, oh yeah, I've been there. Oh God,
so relatable.
Yeah, so relatable. And all of this is told, this story of friendship, of solidarity, of friendships themselves, female friendships particularly, but having this one thing that binds them all together, that that band, which is what it is the music of 5 very special friends which would Take That. And I think one of the most beautiful things about it is that it features the songs of 5 friends. It's written by a man who was friends with those 5 boys, and it's produced by 2 men who are friends with the writer and the band, and they're all friends, and you've now got a cast of 40 and crew of 43 people who are friends.
Wow.
So it really is about friendship. And just about how strong they really are. And then you've got a few tunes by a boy band who apparently were quite good thrown in.
Well, going back to the boys, who are the band in the show, obviously everyone saw the TV programme, so I'm assuming that you watched the programme and knew what was going to happen?
Yeah, watched it every week, and we also went to the semi-final
of the live shows.
Yeah.
So we literally sat there with the Take That lads like that, going, oh, they're quite good. Yeah, they're quite good. We quite like those, because by then we knew we were doing it.
So did you have your favourites?
Yeah, it was the lads. It was 5 to 5.
But obviously you didn't know what outcome it was going to be, and it's so much more intense actually being in the studio. So I was like, oh no, I don't know what's going to happen here.
It was really intense for them actually, wasn't it? It was a really intense environment for them.
It's a tough audition, really, isn't it?
Yeah, really tough audition for them in general.
Yeah.
You sort of watch it, and that they've got, when they audition every week live. Yeah. Literally we were sat there going, oh God, this is awful for them.
Yeah. So standing up in front of an audience once they've done something like that probably wasn't as nerve-wracking for them, or was it, do you think?
Oh, I don't know. Opening night, they were
opening
green.
Night was something else.
And you were all green, weren't we? Opening night, literally. They were all sort of, you see when you see the
whole
show.
Manchester, really.
Yeah, when they open, when the show opens, and they're all in certain places, the colour on them, and I just remember dry retching myself.
Really?
And Faye and I were like, and we very much, and we were used to it. This is what we do for a living. But we knew that there were 1,850 people sat in that
And you
auditorium.
could hear them as well. That was
And
the
the buzz was incredible,
bet.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because it was
it's
Manchester.
Yeah.
It was the first time that they were the first people to see it. I think they thought Take That were there, but they weren't.
Yeah.
Oh.
They absolutely weren't there. They did not want to be there on the first night.
Oh, really? That's
No.
interesting.
Yeah.
They said, no, we're not going to be there on the first night because it's yours. And, you know, they were very gracious and they came on the Monday. And then they came on stage as a surprise and nobody was expecting that, and it nearly brought the ceiling in.
I bet.
Yeah, we couldn't hear the band, we were like, can't hear anything.
Because I've heard that some of the members of Take That have brought their families to see the shows while you've been on tour. So do you know in advance that they're going to be sitting there watching you? Or
Some of them we did, and then some of them they just kind of rocked up, didn't they? And then we saw them at the end.
does
That
it
was
make
quite
you kind of
nice.
up the game a bit when you know that they're in the audience? Or?
No, it's the same every night. I mean, it's for the 2,000 people that are out there, you know, because they're their fans. And I think one of the beautiful things about this is that actually now there are fans. You know, we've had people that come to see this show that have been. I defy anybody that says they will only see this show once.
Oh.
I promise you, they always say, I've seen this more than once. We've got people who've seen it. I think David's seen it about 32 times. He's out now.
Really?
Most of the people who were here last night couldn't wait to come back and see this show because they've followed it in nearly every city. They come and see it. So it's it's quite massive, and we weren't expecting that.
No,
we really weren't.
Oh, that's wonderful. So the girls are sort of like on a mission to meet their heroes in the show. Who are your heroes from your kind of 16-year-old school days that you would like to meet now if you could?
Oh, now. Well, I was a big fan of Blue. I mean, if I was to meet them now, I'd still be pretty starstruck, I'm assuming. But I was a huge fan. I had posters and everything. That's pretty much what my character is back then. So that was probably mine. Yeah.
Okay.
I was Duran Duran.
Oh, me too.
And Spandau Ballet, because I'm a little bit older than Peach. And I got to meet Martin Kemp when we did Let It Shine. So,
Did you? Oh, of course.
yeah, a little
he was the
bit.
judge, wasn't
Yeah. And so that was quite incredible.
he? Lovely.
Lots of that. Hey-ho. So still completely starstruck.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And I hear that you may need tissues at the end of this show. Is that true?
Just be on the safe side.
Okay.
I'd bring some.
Just bring.
All right. I'll do that. Okay, girls.
Yeah.
It's lovely to talk to you.
Really nice to meet you, Kim.
And,
Thank you.
Have a good run in Southend.
Yes, we
thank you
will.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We won't ever lose touch. Swear it on the bands. Make them touch, they've all got a
And the winner is Rachel Ditchfield.
You want a weekend for four in Prague?
touch. Reunion tour.